Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rita and I'm the Cooking Nurse, and if you're new, you're much welcome. I hope you join the family by clicking the subscribe button down there. It's so free, and yeah, this is one of those most requested recipes on my Instagram, so I've decided to show you my way or my recipe for this particular stew. So what I have here is some little bit of water. I'm going to bring it to a boil on gentle heat, and then I will be using it to steam my tomatoes because I want to skin them. I don't want the skin in my stew, so I want them soft enough because I don't want to peel. The last time I used an air fryer and someone asked me, what about us without an air fryer? Then again, I'm going to have someone asking, what about us without a colander? But whatever really you do, you can even boil these ones and just make sure you remove the skin. So this is a colander. It's just an equipment used to separate water from whatever else you're putting on top. So I'm just going to put it on the boiling water already, and then I'll cover it and let my tomatoes steam from there. That is going to help me keep them intact. I don't get to lose a lot of it, and then the skin is just easily going to go off. So while that is cooking, I'm going to chop my vegetables. This is going to be dependent on what you have in your pantry, but please make sure to stock up on everything, at least a little bit, so that you don't run out every time. Like you buy one green pepper and now you're out of it. If you had a variety, you wouldn't be running out of vegetables, I promise. So I'm going to chop some of these. Like you see, this is a red pepper that stayed from a particular recipe I made maybe a previous day or a previous meal, but it's still there. It's going to help, and I'm going to get my nutrients. So I'm going to chop all of them, remove the seeds of the green pepper because they have a lot of capsaicin and I don't want the heat because I have children. So remove the seeds, put them aside, and chop them into small manageable pieces. And yeah, that's it. You can add in as much vegetables as you want, but I mean, that's it. We're going to be using the white onion, so chop it also and set it aside. So I have this fish, guys. I cannot tell you when I kept this fish, but it probably must have been last week. I got it fresh and then cleaned it perfectly well and kept it in this Ziploc bag in the freezer. So it's been frozen, and I put it out a while ago in the fridge, so that is why it's now a little bit soft. So I'm just going to put it in this bowl and then put in some warm cold water. This is just straight from the tap. The fish was clean, it was washed, so that's why it doesn't have that cover of the gills. I washed it perfectly well, so I'm going to let it defrost the more so that I don't have a lot of ice in the middle of the fish. So the tomatoes are ready. As you can see, the skin is peeling off nice and clean. Yeah, nice and clean. No steamer, no air fryer, no problem, right? Also, you can boil these. Please don't let anything come in between you and happiness. So we're going to skin them, separate the skin, and then these are our tomatoes, skinless and more juicy. So I don't think I'll be needing tomato paste. Yeah? Yes, we're going to try as much as possible to keep this as normal and doable for a local person as possible. So this is what we have. You see how juicy it is? It's because we steamed it first, and then these are all the ingredients we're going to be using for now, and then the rest are going to be spices, as you're going to see. So I'm going to put my pan on fire, and once it's dry, I'll add in a dash of olive oil, about 1 tablespoon or less. This is extra virgin olive oil, and this is the one I'm using today. I usually get questions of which one do you use, but I don't have like a particular one, but this is it. This is what I'm using this time around. So I'm going to transfer my onions into the hot oil and then fry them until fragrant. Now the white onion is not as strong as the red one. It's not as tangy as it's not so sharp. So you may need to cook it down so that it gives the sweetness, just like this. Not burnt, guys. Don't burn your onions. Okay, thank you. You just want to bring them to a point of surrender, and they give you the aroma that you're looking for. So we're going to put in our chopped tomatoes, and yeah, if you wanted to add in tomato paste, maybe for thickness and more richness, then you can just do it at this stage. So we're just going to cook them on low heat. Also, if tomatoes give you a little bit of an acid reflux, you can feel free to add in some sugar. Yeah, so I'm going to season mine with salt. They don't do that to me, so I don't need sugar. So I'm going to season that with salt, and then I'll go on ahead and mix it in. Make sure you're putting in enough salt because yeah, make sure you have enough salt to taste according to your palate. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed and you're at this stage, please subscribe. I am begging you, please subscribe. Okay, We're going to add in about half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, and this is a replacement for fish sauce because I don't have any, and it's just going to work perfectly. Really, it's thick, it's rich, it's nice, it's good. It adds in that good flavor. And then I'm going to be using some curry powder. This time around I'm using Simba. I don't have fish masala and I don't want it to be all fishy again, so I'm adding in some black pepper. You should use white pepper, okay? Yes, so I'm going to mix everything after adding my chopped vegetables, and then in the colander, the skin that remained, I pressed it and passed water, and that water came out with some of the flesh that had remained, and that is why the water is pink. If you have fish stock, please go ahead and use it. You just have to boil, maybe if you debone a fish, you boil those bones to get the fish stock. Don't ask me how now again will I get fish stock. If you're from outside countries, those people have access to packed stock, so you can actually go to the store and look for fish stock. But this one, chicken stock, clear, is going to work perfect. Even plain water. This water I used is the one that I used to steam the tomatoes. So no wasting, okay? I'm joking, but yeah, don't waste, stop wasting food. And that's it. Once the water comes to a boil, add in your fish. Fish is not something that takes like forever to cook. About 3 to 8 minutes, you're good, you're done. You're even overcooking the fish. Okay, I overcooked my fish, so I'm going to put it to a boil. I was doing something else, and then that's it. Came back and the stew was not so thick, so what would you do? Get a little bit of some water, about 2 tablespoons, and then add in half a tablespoon of cornstarch, and then we're going to transfer it. This is how the stew is looking. The fish is ready. It's been about 5 to 7 minutes. The stew is a bit watery, so I need it a little bit thick, so it doesn't obviously show like we just picked it from the lake and now served it. Okay. You can add in some soy sauce, by the way, if you need a deeper color, but if you want to keep it as natural as possible, don't worry. Even that oyster sauce is replaceable. Everything is, by the way, in life, even you, replaceable in no minutes. So we're going to cook it again on like low heat, and this is what we have now. The sauce is thick, nice and good to go with anything that you want to serve this with. I hope this video helps whoever has been looking for it, and if you weren't but you bumped into it, please make sure to try it out and let me know how it turns out in the comment section on my YouTube or on my Instagram. I'll be seeing you soon in my next videos. Bye. Please subscribe if you haven't again.